The first history of Australia, as seen through the eyes of a former Prime Minister, is about to be released, and it delves into our complex Indigenous and colonial beginnings. Tony Abbott's Australia, a History encourages Australians to learn from the past and also to reclaim our story as one of unity.
It was a celebration of our great nation. Media executives, Sky News stars, current and former political and business leaders all gathered at the National Arts School in Sydney to mark the release of Australia, a History.
Having sat in the big chair, I've obviously got a unique perspective. I can well understand the pressures on people like Deakin, people like Curtin, the challenges and the opportunities that all of our Prime Ministers have had. So I like to think that having been in their shoes, I can see things through their eyes.
No Australian Prime Minister, living or dead, has ever attempted to do an Australian history.
The three-part documentary and book published by HarperCollins delves into the key moments that shaped our sunburnt country, from ancient land to a great democracy. It explores our Indigenous history and colonial legacy, including the arrival of the First Fleet at Sydney Cove on January 26, 1788, as well as the Frontier Wars.
As a former Prime Minister, for me to take him back to my homeland, out to Injaluk Hill, was actually quite remarkable. And just speaking to Tony today, you know, he said it was one of a significant visit for him as well to, you know, walk through country where you've got Aboriginal artwork, you know, my ancestors' artworks that have, you know, predated 25,000 years.
It features heartfelt interviews with great Australians who share their stories and the experiences of those who came before them.
What do you think makes Australia so unique and so special?
I tend to agree with Mr Abbott, our unique ability to draw together our Indigenous population and our migrants plus our British heritage.
The former Liberal leader and no campaigner for the Indigenous voice to Parliament says division must not be how Australia is remembered.
This idea that somehow the Australian story is a story of injustice, of dispossession, of persecution, that's maybe 10% of it. 90% of it is a story of people making the most of their lives.
Myself and Tony Abbott, we have a deep love, a profound love of this country. There was nothing sugar-coated. You know, I read it from start to finish and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And, you know, I made the comment that this is something that should be in the Australian curriculum.
Premiering across 3 nights from Monday, October 13, it's a television event not to be missed as we look to Australia's past, but also chart the challenges and opportunities of the future.
To inspire all Australians, in particular young Australians, to rediscover a history that they should be proud of in a country that has made remarkable achievements against incredible odds.
The documentary release will coincide with the book launch next week.
The book is not afraid of the truth, and nor is it afraid to take open pride in the truly amazing achievements of Australian life.
I am delighted and honoured to now officially launch Tony Abbott's Australia, a History.